Hi everybody, I'm embarking on a big project today. Here's my little shop, and last month they replaced all those windows up top, and they were going to throw those beautiful windows out, so I have a plan. I snatched them up and we're going to do something really cool with them. I think it's going to be a big project. Here we go. So here's the window. My husband sanded it all up for me. And so now what I'm doing is I've got my hot glue gun and I'm going around, try not to move the camera too much. And I'm just, oops, hang on, oops, sorry guys. Whoa. Okay. I am going around with my hot glue gun and I'm just sealing it up because I'm going to be pouring resin on it and I don't want it to all seep through the cracks, so I'm just sealing it all up with the glue, and that should seal that seam there for me. So that's step one. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to try to put a picture up of what I'm trying to do. It's going to be like a rocky beach with big crashing waves. So I need some rocks and I want them to be mostly black. So I had these rocks kicking around, don't even know where I got them. So I'm going to paint them black, and then I took out the ones that are kind of a dark tone so I can have a bit of variety in the rocks. So I'm going to just paint them black, and then I got to wait for them to dry. So that's where we're going now. Got some of my nice Desserts black paint. Just straight paint for this, not mixing it with anything. I'm just going to do this. Hopefully it'll work. I thought of just dunking them in the paint, but then they'd all be, would all kind of pool at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint them all black, and then I got to wait for them to dry. Okay, my rocks are all drying. The next thing I did was with my window. I don't know if you can see. I measured down 12 inches from the top. Was it 12? Yeah, 12 inches from the top. And I drew a line with a paint marker, because that's where I'm going to want my top horizon line to go. And then I'm going to put well, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Hold on. Okay, I have some silicone, some just bathroom silicone, my silicone gun. Think about this. I need this side to be straight. So I'm going to follow this line. Because it's going to be my horizon line. I hope I have enough in here. Yeah, I gotta stretch it a bit. And I want it to be straight. I don't want the resin to go above that line. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of molding here. That's good. Ooh, this stuff is stinky. I'll just go along here. I'm going to have to let this dry at least overnight. Ew, it's hard to do. Okay, did it. All right, so now I need that to be a really straight line on this side. There I don't care because I'm going to be peeling this off, but I need it to be right against the glass. So I'm going to pat it down a little bit. I need it to hold the resin. Ugh. So I'm just kind of patting it down a little bit. Okay, get rid of this extra. Now, I might have to use, I think I might have to use a palette knife. I'm going to try this. So the big thing is I need to have a really straight, sharp line along here. That's working pretty good. Might have to work with this a bit. I need a nice straight line. Actually, it looks pretty good. Get the extra off. I'll be able to trim up the resin a little bit too, if there's a few little jagged spots, but I want to try and make this a nice straight horizon line. Actually, that might do it. It looks pretty good on the side. Just gonna check one more time. Tuck it down in there. I don't want any leaks. Make sure it's snuggled up close to the frame there. Okay, that's perfect. So that's got to dry overnight. And then my rocks will be dry. And I'm going to place my rocks down. There's going to be like a rock outcropping here. Few rocks down here, maybe a little bit over here. And then a big crashing wave. That'll be the horizon. And the wave will kind of be here and crashing. And I think I'm going to put a sandy beach. Just a little one. So we'll see. I'm kind of stuck now till tomorrow. I got to wait for everything to dry. Okay, so the rocks aren't completely dry yet. I'm not a patient girl. Hope it doesn't rear up and bite me. But I'm just placing the rocks where I think I want them. I think. Not sure about those ones, but I think I'm going to leave them there. And I'm going to mix up my first little batch of resin. But all I'm going to do today, so I'm going to mix up my resin and put some sand in it. I'm just debating on the color of this sand. Stone granules. It's like I got it at the dollar store. I might mix it with some of this white. Not sure. So I'm going to mix up my resin. I'm using Magic Resin. It's a tabletop resin. It's mixed equal parts, 1:1. So I'm going to mix that up. Wear gloves. If you're not in a large ventilated room, then you should definitely wear a respirator. So I am in a great big room. Oh. Hi, come on in.
Hey, how are you?
Great, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Great. Oops, so some folks came in my shop and I turned off my camera and I forgot to turn it back on when I did this little thing. But all I did was I mixed up my resin for about 4 minutes and then I added the sand in right into the resin. Then I just poured it along the bottom and then I'll just torch it a little bit. I'm holding my camera while I do this. Whoa! Where's my torch? Where's my torch? Sorry, I hope I'm not making anybody seasick. There, see how the bubbles go away when I torch it? See the bubbles? That looks like foam. So once you pour the resin in, I'm afraid to get too close to this glass because I don't know what would happen to glass. So I'm just kind of blast torching it to get some of the bubbles out. And in this case, it doesn't really matter if they're bubbles, right? It's a bubbly beach, so it's okay. Anyway, so that will set overnight. So that'll be my shoreline. And the rocks, I'll fine tune it tomorrow as to where I actually want them. And then I think I can go ahead and start pouring the waves, I think, tomorrow. Whee! Okay, next morning. So my beach is all nice and dry. So I've got my resin all mixed and ready to go almost. I just have to put the colors in. And the rocks, I've got some of this chalcopyrite, kind of goldy rocks. I'm just filling in a little bit because I don't want any gaps to show through. So we'll see how that works out. And then I added a little bit of sand there along the little shoreline. So I'm going to mix up my resin. I'm going to put the darker blue there. So I'm putting about tablespoon in. because I do want it to be vivid. That's vivid. It'll be very bright. I have a feeling I don't have enough resin, but that's okay. We can do it in batches. And then a little bit of white. So I'll do a little bit of Seafoam. Pardon me. Mix that up really good. Beauty. And then some of this beautiful, what is it? Peacock Pearl. Let's put some of that in here to get some of that lighter wave. Again, I think I'm putting about half a cup of resin and I'm putting about a teaspoon of this blue. Look at that. Oh, I love that color. So I was looking at my photo to see roughly where I should put these colors. And my bead line, I gotta hurry a little bit because because it's so warm, the resin will cure pretty quick. I'm not sure about this blue, but committed now. So my, oh, look at that. My horizon line bead looks really good. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough resin, I can tell right now. That's okay, I can make some more. So there. And let's put some along here. I think I'm going to add a little bit. What I have left, I'll add into that. It's not going to be enough. I'll have to do some more. You never know quite how much, especially when you're doing something you've never done before. You never know exactly how much you need, but it's okay. You can always add more. Might spread it out a bit. That will probably work. Okay, so I'm going to put some along here, along the shore. And let's do a bit more up here. Oh yeah, I need way more resin. And the rest I think I'll put here because I want to try and get this shoreline thing going on properly. And this is going to kind of go in the middle. Most of the wave crashing is going to be up there. Let's get this going on here. Get these guys blended together. Oh, it's got a bit of a sparkle in. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's a pearl. Okay, so I'm just going to blend these. Spread it around a bit. I'm just going to use my fingies. Oops, I'll have to clean up that middle thing when I'm done because no doubt I'll be messing it up. So let's kind of blend those. Want some of this water up on the shore. So now I just want to kind of blend those two things together. Maybe do little wavy things. Smooth that up a little bit. Nice. Ooh, I'm going to have a lot of cleanup to do. That's half the fun. Okay, that looks good. Let's just move this around a bit. It's going to be a lot of kind of a seafoam thing going on here, so. Yeah, I'm going to need more resin. Probably pour clear over that. Let's just spread this out a little bit, bring it down a bit, make sure it goes right to the edge. I want that to be pretty dark, because that's what it's like in the photo. Okay, that's good, right to the end. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to try, let's get that right up over the edge of that. I'm just going to want to kind of cover the bead of glue that I did there, you know. Okay, I gotta take these gloves off, they're too messy. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's get a little bit of this white in. And I'm gonna try and use my airbrush to spread it around. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. You could use a hairdryer. Most people use a hairdryer to do this, but I'm gonna try and use my airbrush, see if that works for me. So I just wanna do some little lines of Seafoam. And we'll blow that back a bit and see what we get. Let's see what we get. Okay, a little bit of noise. I might use my hairdryer, but we'll see. No, this will work. All right. Yeah, that's good, that's good. So there's going to be a big white crashing wave there and a bunch of Seafoam. I'm going to need more blue and everything. So I'm going to go mix some more resin. I think I have quite a bit of white left. I think I'm going to try and do like another little line up here and see if I can blow it around. I don't know how that'll work. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Stretch that out over there a little bit. I'll be adding more resin in there. Yeah, good. Good, that's kind of what I was after. The waves are kind of doing their own thing, and that's good. Top looks good. So I'm just going to torch everything a little bit. I might, just because I can, I'm going to pour the rest of this white on. I just don't want to waste it. What if I should? Where's the best place to put it? I think I'll just, because I'm going to be doing wave up here, so it won't hurt me to have this extra resin in there. I just don't want to throw it out. It's going to harden in a few minutes, so let's just stick it up there. That'll just allow me to build some depth there anyway, so. Okay, good start. So I'm gonna go mix some more resin And I'm going to clean this up quickly before it starts to harden on me, all my edges. And then I'll get some more resin and take another run at it. Okay, more resin all mixed up. So I'm going to do roughly the same things again, but I think much more blue, but I'm going to go a little bit lighter. And we'll do a little bit more of that light color. I'm not sure about the white yet, so I think I'm going to hold off. No, I'll probably do a little bit of white as well. I expect I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 layers of the white because I want it to be built up a little bit three-dimensional. So let's see how we do with this. More of the light blue, I can tell right now. More of the blue, I mean. Okay, because I want to cover those rocks as well. So I'm going to get this blue paint again, but not quite as much. A little bit more. And then we'll do a little bit more of the aqua. It can be pretty much as dark. And then a little bit more of the white. Ooh, grab that. Okay. Let's get stirred up. So this should be a little bit lighter, a little bit more translucent. I want to mention that when I'm doing water, I often I use food coloring. Well, not so much anymore. I like it. I like the blue food coloring for water. The problem with it is that in the sun, it bleaches. So you lose your color if your piece is exposed to sun. So that was a trial and error that didn't work so well. I mean, I love the effect you get, but it kind of bleaches out in the sun. So let's do this. Actually, I need a little bit of, whoops, a little bit more wavy stuff here. A little bit of Seafoam, a little splash there. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, gloves off. Get these out of the way. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's work on this down here. Put a splash up there. Oh, that works. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh. Yeah, that works. Just feather that a little bit. I'll probably put a few spatters. Ooh, cool. Okay, see what you can do up here. want to get some of the blue showing through this white. There, that's it. That's it. That's perfect. Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah. I think I need some white over there. Although it's in two different, with the two panes, I still need to make it, you know, kind of almost have to ignore that thing in the middle. Okay, let's see what that does. Yeah, I should put more gloves on. Okay, let's leave that for now. That's a good background. I would like to get something filled in there, so I think I'm going to mix up a little bit more blue just to fill that in, and then we're going to let it sit overnight, and then I'll go and do some fine tuning. Yeah, it's cool. Alrighty, back in a few minutes. Okay, another batch of resin. So I can use my same cups because they're pretty fresh. So I'm going to put some more of that dark blue. Don't think I need any more of the teal, so I'm going to hold back on that, and I'm going to do some white. And I think the rest of this clear stuff I'm going to pour over these rocks. And get them battened down. It's going to spread out into the water a bit, and I think that's okay. I mean, I can always adjust things by putting another coat of resin on, you know. Oh, I better do something with these rocks. I just want, well, you know what? They'll be okay. They're not going to move. That's the main thing. Some of them are going to look a bit wet. Some of them won't. So let's just let that do its thing. Ooh, cool. Ooh, look at that. So we'll see what it does. So I'm going to hold that back for a bit. Okay, I need a bit of blue paint in here. I think I need a little bit more blue. Enough. I think I want to push this blue down a little bit, so push the white down a bit, you know. So I'm going to add some blue up there. I got to make sure I don't go over my little dam, but let's see if I can do this. Just push that down a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. So let's fill in a bit here. What else do we need? Oh, that looks neat. Cool. Look at all that. I'll be doing a more white after, like a splash up. Look at how the clear is doing stuff. I love it. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, some white. I didn't add any more white paint to this, and I think I won't. Let's just see what we get. It's going to be a little bit more translucent. I'll just kind of join these up, because waves have different shades of white in them depending on how much is showing through. So let's go with that. Put a bit here. Try not to drip. Okay, and I'll play around with that a bit. Let's put a little bit more foam around the rocks and the shore. Okay, let's play with that a little bit. Yeah. Just want to mix this up a little. And so tomorrow I'm going to define the wave a little bit better. Now I just want to kind of get a mottled. Move that up a little bit. I don't like what this is doing. I think I'll leave that alone. You see how that gray is, or that white is not as vivid? And that's good. That gives the wave some texture. I like that little bit of blue showing through. See what this is doing. Yeah. I need to connect these a little better somehow. I'm going to just model those blooms a little bit. Not blooms, but where the clear came out. Put some seafoam up there. Well, the other thing I wanted to do, I think I need to add maybe a little bit more white paint. Just a drop. I want some white crashing over the rocks. Tiny drop. That's it. I want to try, I might do this later, but I want to try and just get a little bit of white splashing down there. Because this is going to crash more. I'm going to put some of this in. Yeah, I'm going to put the rest of this in here because I want to have a big crash here. Put it in now and I'll adjust it tomorrow if it needs more adjusting. Get this little crash happening. I don't want to blend that too much. That's good. And I'll emphasize that a bit more tomorrow as well. Cool. I don't want to lose that nice bit of dark blue in there. Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. So far, so good. I think it's going to be okay. I keep forgetting to show you, but when I'm done pouring the resin, I just do a little bit of torching. It actually, sometimes it gives you a little bit of lacing or cells, but you know, you want to get rid of some of the bubbles. You don't have to get rid of all of them when you're doing this kind of a thing, but just a quick run over with the torch. Don't get any closer than about 3 inches. Because it will kind of scorch it, and then you'll have like a film. It kind of wrecks things. Here we go. That's good. That's enough. Okay, we'll see what we got tomorrow. It's getting exciting. The next morning, it's all cured perfectly. Everything looks great. So I just need to now do a little bit of wave shaping. I hope I don't wreck it. But what I want to do now is see if I can get this off. I hope it doesn't give me trouble. You just never quite know. It's coming away from the resin. The trick is going to be getting it off the glass, but I I think it should come off. I have to be careful. I don't want to push on anything and break the glass. Oh yeah, it comes off. This might be a bit of a workout getting it all off, but it's worth it. I'll get my nice straight horizon. Hey, found the trick to getting this off. I just got my knife and I'm just sliding it underneath like that, like a dream. Coming off. Just got to get it off that wood. Look at that. Perfect, nice horizon. Get it off the wood here. Gotta be careful. Can you imagine if I broke the window now? Ooh. Could happen. I'm being careful. I'll get that little piece off later. So yeah, just slide, get the knife underneath. Oh, I gotta do it from the other angle. Just get the knife underneath it and slide it along. Scrape the little bits off. Perfect. Okay. Okay, got my resin. I added the white. And I'm tempted to let it thicken a little bit before I start, but the problem with that is that once it starts to thicken, you got about 10 seconds and then it's a brick. So I'm going to try and ease into this. So I noticed down here when I poured the clear on top of the rocks, it pushed the blue down, so there's kind of a clear glass area there. So can't have that because that just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to put a little bit of this along here. I'm hoping I can make it look a little like Seafoam, because it's not got any other resin to blend up with it now, so a little bit tricky. I think it'll be okay. I'll just kind of blend it. Yeah, I think it's okay. Don't really have a choice here because that would not make sense at all. So let's just mess it around a bit. Maybe smear it a bit with my fingers down. Up a little bit. Oops, a little bit on the rocks. That's okay, I wanted that anyway. Not necessarily like that. I might have to wipe some of that off, but we'll see. Yeah. And I wanted a little bit out around the rocks here. Yeah, a little bit splashing over the rocks. I'm not going to get carried away with that. I think that's okay. I think that works. Let me just smear that down a little bit. A little bit up. Weird, I've never done it like this before, but it's good. I think that's fine. Now, this is the part I'm a little bit nervous about, I gotta say. The other thing I want to do while this is pretty wet, I wanted to just define this edge a little more. Let's take it a little bit. That's good. I'm going to see if I can blend it back a little bit. I'm kind of almost like I'm doing things that I do when I'm doing an oil painting. Yeah, so I'm just kind of pulling it back a bit. Make it look a bit more natural. Yep, that works. That's good, that's good. Leave it, leave it. A little bit there. Do that corner. Okay, that's good, that's better. Haven't wrecked it yet. Haven't wrecked it yet. Now, I like that contrast in there. I just want to put a little bit here. Just like an edge there. And I'm going to kind of try and not stipple it, but yeah, that's good. That works. Yeah, that's it. Just kind of stipple it to blend it in. Yep, good enough. I'm going to leave it. Now this is the part where I need to bring this wave, the crashing part. This is the part I'm a little bit nervous about. There's a couple little dots I dropped. That's okay. That works actually. I might do a bit of that on purpose. And I'm going to try and bring the lip of the wave up like that. And that's going to be a crash. Ah. I have to kind of make these come together. I don't mind that little bit of color up there. I'm dripping too, so I gotta watch where the drips go. Some drips are gonna be okay. Yeah, see, I'm just trying to make that a logical. Let's see how we look here. And then we've got, not sure how to do this crashing effect. Anyway, let's blend this in a bit. Right up to the edge there. Let's just model it a bit. Okay, it's good. It's okay. I'm okay. Doesn't need too much here. Like, just not sure how to make the splashing effect. I want some. This is tricky. I'm not sure about this. I think that's giving a splash. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, that's good. And some on the rocks. Might take that dot away. I think I better stop. You know what, if I come back and look at it tomorrow and it doesn't look right, I can always adjust a little bit more. I think that's good. I like all that. Covered my little stuff there. Added that. I was thinking of putting a few little waves up there, but I don't think I'm going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it. We're leaving it. I think we're done. There we are. All done. Turned out good, and I didn't even break the window. Cool, now I got 4 more to do. Yahoo!